I like the Elijah, how when he went to Ahab and told him that it ain't gonna rain till I say it's gonna rain.
Uh-huh.
Now, Ahab, they say, was the wickedest king that Israel had ever had. There had never been no king more wicked, did more wickedness in the eyes of the Lord, they say, than King Ahab. And Elijah went to him and told him, as the Lord lives, it ain't gonna rain till I say it's gonna rain. Okay, then the famine came in the land, but God set him apart.
Right.
He sent him down to the brook of Cherith. And that word Cherith means separate. So he separated him. There was famine going on in the land. But he told him, he said, now, I'm going to provide for you. It's famine going on in the land, but I'm going to provide for you. But I'm not going to provide for you in the usual manner, you know. You go down to the brook at the Cherith, and I'm going to send some little birds, you know, I'm going to send some ravens. They're going to bring you your morning meal, they're going to bring you your evening meal. And you're going to be right there at the brook to get you some water.
Right.
I'm going to sustain you through this famine, you know. And when you look at it, I look at that time as what's going on right now. Because Israel had turned so far from God, King Ahab and Jezebel had done led the folks so far from God to they had went into a famine. Ain't we in a famine now?
Amen.
America used to be one nation under God. They done kicked God out the nation. It's no longer one nation under God. It's like they doing everything they were doing back then. Everything that God detests, they are supporting it, uplifting it, and just making a mockery of God, just like they were doing back then. And so that and they were worshiping these idol gods, and that's what we're doing now. Mm-hmm. They worshiping idols. They felt like Baal had control over everything, you know, the elements and everything. And that's why Elijah told him, it ain't gonna rain till I say it's gonna rain. He said that under the authority of God, because God had to show them that he was in charge of everything.
Right.
The rain, you know, and everything else that they had, that they wasn't in charge of nothing. And so, but what I liked about it was how God provided for Elijah in the most unusual way. We think that we know how God is going to come to us and bring us what we are in need of. We ask God to help us, but we try to tell him how to do it.
Right.
He told Elijah to go over there by that brook, and then he sustained him there for quite some time, because the scholars want to say it was around 2 years during that time. But then the brook dried up. Mm-hmm. And so when God does something different than what we are used to him doing, or he does something in a different manner than how he has been doing it, or how we're looking for him to do it, we miss it because we're looking for it one particular way. When the brook dried up, Elijah could have stayed there. That brook complained about it done dried up, but the word of the Lord told him to get up and go over here to this widow woman. I'm going to sustain. Then he going to sustain it with a widow woman.